February 16, 2026. I have some friends on Facebook that am related to me, and I have many, but I'm talking about those that talking to me over Facebook. And one is it's special, a man that he's married, so he's have nothing with that to do, with like dating or like that. But we have, I have told him when sometimes I see picture that he plays up on Facebook, and I tell him that one person is in my family tree, and when he put up the picture and some name and date, and then I check it out on my family tree. So one day he wrote me and said that he was sad because people didn't accept him as a Jewish person. He was not accepted to join the Jewish group in his city in the United States. And he has seen that I have put up some picture of my Jewish ancestors. So that's why he started to talk about me, that he have hard to be accepted by the Jewish people. And he's a Christian person, so he's not Jewish in the belief system, but he's born Jewish, and I see that he's how he looked like. He looked like many of my ancestors. Picture of my ancestors, and sometimes those that live today also, that is some kind of a special way to look like, especially with men. It's harder with women to see it, but on the man's side there I can see it, and they are related to my mother. And I have lots of related people in LDS Church in United States. It's in all these areas where is Swedish coming to LDS Church in the old time, when Joseph Smith lived, and then I can see that sometimes I check up because I see some members of LDS Church, and they have a kind of special last name, and so I checked them up on my family tree, and I found them. I'd be very surprised. And I know it's spread because they can be from Denmark, those that is connected to me, because it was the Jewish family, and they wanted to marry another Jewish person, and there were not so many in Sweden. It was from the same family, most of them, so they needed to go abroad to marry someone that was Jewish, and that's the closest was to go to Denmark, and there where they were connected. I have many Jewish from Denmark, and those Danish people, they moved to United States because it started, I don't think it started with Hitler. It was already started to be negative to be Jewish around in Europe, and so they moved to United States and disappeared in that way. That I'm sorry that I coughing, because I have some spirits here. I think they have moved in here in my home, and so those Danish, like one last name from Denmark is Sørensen. Some they are in LDS church, and connected to many people now, and it was those I have talking about those Danish that move away from the island in Denmark, there where they live, and almost the whole island go empty, because everyone was going with a boat to United States, to the LDS church, and I see them in the LDS church today, also their last name, and I have many, and it's this love month, Valentine. There is some I have in my family tree that their last name was Valentine, and they are there in the church in United States. But of course they have moved in generation. They have moved to other places in United States. But I have many related to me in Utah State. So it was not strange when I come to Salt Lake City, Utah in 2017. When I was to the temple in Salt Lake City, on the temple square there, and I go into the temple. It was almost so much spirits in the temple, so I had hard to breathe. I felt like I was going through hundreds people that was standing there in front of me when I walk in to the temple. But I was by myself in the temple. I had no one with me, as usually. And but I felt like, oh, it's crowded here in the temple. But I didn't know in that time really how much relative and ancestor I have that have been there in the temple for many generations. And but I know it today why I felt it like that. And then I fall. 3 times I fall inside the temple. It was very hard to walk around there because of all the spirits. And I fall on the floor 3 times. And in that time I wasn't disabled. So I could walk up, but it come people running to me and helped me up, and wondering why I was falling there. And I say, in the spirit, I say that I fall in the spirit. I fall, and because I was with my family in afterlife that was there in the temple. So it's sad that I don't have people that is really so serious that they want me to come to United States and visit your city, like Columbus in Ohio. There is, I have many followers, listeners there, but no one have written to me, and no one have talked to me that to come and live with them in Columbus, because I can go wherever I want to go, where God is leading me. When God call me, I go, because I have nothing in this life. I go with the Spirit, but I don't have the money. But if it should be like that, I truly believe that God will help me with the money, like He have done, so I could at least move to a new home. And I read on Facebook how much people are worried and angry where they live, and there it was there I lived before, and I'm so happy to see that how terrible it is to live there now, since the mosque have been built. And it's Swedish people that talking how bad it is. Those that is coming from Iraq and other countries, Arabic countries, they are used with all these loudly sounds inside their apartments. There is nothing for them. I don't think they really understand how hard it is for a Swedish person to accept those loudly sounds running in the ceiling and these things. I don't want to believe that they do it because to make us angry. It's only the culture that they are used to the whole day and until the last in the evening that they are doing so many loudly things and not thinking about the neighbors. They think they have the same cultures like them. I don't think they do it because to make Swedish people angry in that way. But it can also be, I don't know. They maybe harm people much more now because they want only Muslims to live there in that area. And about moving, my neighbor upstairs, that person who it was, is moving now. Moving away, it's coming new people in 1st of May the 1st. But I hope it's people that doesn't do so much loudly sounds. That I can still have this relaxing place to be in. And then I am not done with the moving, because today I got a mail, that I am not going to get my retirement. I get only half of my retirement this month, because they say I have not answered on a mail they have sent me, and I know that is mail that have coming to my old address. When I was on my way to move, I got that mail. And I don't know, I maybe was stressed, so I didn't see it. Or else someone took it and threw it away when I was moving. But I have not got that letter. I don't really know what it's about, but I think they want me to renew how much I pay in the rent, because most of my rent the government is paying me to have for the bills, and now I don't have that kind of money. But I'm thankful that I at least got my retirement money this month, so I can pay the rent for this apartment. And then am I thankful that I had already paid 2 important bills that was for for March to be. And so there is not so very much money to pay, but it is in the limit of the money that I get. So I'm thankful that I have saved up food again, like I did in COVID-19. I did it now when I move in here because I don't have anything to. I can't drive to the store and buy food. I need to let them come to my home and delivery groceries from the stores so I can do food. And I didn't know how to count it out, so I buy more than what I needed. It's food that I can have for at least a half year to eat. So I am okay with the food to eat. And but if it's coming more bills, I can't pay it. And it has been very, very hard to move. But I am very thankful that God have educated me to could do those very tough, hard things that I only move without having any money to move with. And I could do that because the Spirit helped me in this way. It was very, very dangerous when this man wanted to have my money for the moving. And he say, then I take your television, he say to me. And I say, okay, take my television. I call the police, he say to me. And I say, okay, call the police. This is what God have teach me, to not be worried. You heard it, you that follow me, that God told me to not be worried. And since he said that to me, I don't go worried. I can be worried for some minutes, but not for a long time. And I see that I don't need to be worried because I can pay my rent for that money I get in retirement. And I have most of everything that I need. It's only if it's coming extra bills now, but the most important is to not be homeless. So I have money to pay the rent. And this world is so terrible. It's so bad. It's go worse and worse. And but we should do what God tell us to do, to not be worried. But the most important for you is to have a place where you can close your door. That's the most important, and then in some way you can find food to eat. But you need to have a place where you can lock the door and not let other people come in there that you don't know. That's very important. I didn't know it should be so very important like it is today with all this criminal and war going on and bad things going on. It's those families, it's conflict in the family also today, and so very much drugs going on. And today they say on the news that here in Sweden, they say that they had only 3 X-ray machines to do X-ray on those boats and trucks that coming into Sweden, and to see if they have drugs inside them. They don't have, and they wanted it to be in those biggest harbor that they can have an X-ray scanner to all these trucks that coming into Sweden, so they don't have drugs with them. I told you for not so long time ago that we got the biggest amount of drugs coming into my city's harbor. They took that drug, but how much drug have it coming in that they have not could stop and see it. It's very hard life today, but we need to live our life like God wants us to live, to not be worried, not be frightened, and especially we should not make any suicide. We need to hold in this life we have, even if it's very hard. And I think about those in both in Ukraine and Russia. It's very, very cold winter, and they don't have any electricity, and they have nothing to heat up their home and make it warm in their home. And it's on both sides, and it's not all people are killer. Not everyone is there in the army. It's civil people that have nothing with the war to do, that are freezing to death and not have so much to eat, and it's extremely cold, and they can't go like in United States. I live first in Virginia, and there was cold, but I always had a shelter or a house to live in. But if it was cold in Virginia, I come to Florida. I was in Florida for some weeks, and there is not snow going on, and it's not so cold like in Virginia. So there I could move. But if I should live in Ukraine or Russia, there is no warm places to go to inside the countries there, where they have really cold winter. We have cold winter here in Sweden also, very cold winter, like they have in Ukraine. But where I live, it's cold here also, in the south of Sweden, but it's not cold for a long time like it is in the north. It's hard when you can't move away from the cold, and you have to only survive. I'm thinking about those people that can't move. They can't move because they don't have that equipment and they don't have that money to could do that. I'm thinking of them every day now, when we have cold here in Sweden also. And I think about Ukraine and Russia, ordinary people that am not in the army, that try to survive, old people that try to survive in the winter cold weather. So it's much going on. And you that have followed me, you know that those angels was coming here, and they told us that it should be it's going to be a very difficult time they say from COVID-19, when it started to come all over the world. And then they say 7 years ahead. So it's in the end of this year, we maybe can see there is coming light. They told us that the tribulation should be in 7 years, and the tribulation started with COVID-19. So it seems like that it has been worse and worse and worse since 2019. And I don't know, but as they are here, someone touched me so much, of the spirits, that they are here, the spirits in my home. And I wake up in the morning, today in the morning, that both of my eyes was inflammation in them. So I'm wondering what have going on in the night, because I know I had hard to sleep in the night. I was up walking around twice in the night, and that is rare. Sometimes I go up, but not twice. So something was going on in the night, and when I wake up I had inflammation in my both eyes, and I took a picture about 11 o'clock before lunchtime. I took a picture of my eyes, and I am going to show you my eyes in the covering of this episode. It started to be a little better now, but something was going on in the night. If they took me away, or what they did with that make me have hard with my eyes. But I have sleeping very much today. And close my eyes so the eyes didn't need to work so much today. So it have been better. It is only maybe 10% of the eyes that is not good. So I will show you. It's very like a shining of inflammation in my eyes when you see them. That was what I wanted to tell, and in some way I hope I can. Either that there will not be more bills. I know it's going to be the health care bills is coming. That I know. But I have paid internet and I have been pay the electricity already. So a prayer that it's not coming a big bill somewhere, or a prayer that it will coming money in unexpected ways, like it have done sometimes. So thank you for listening, and thank you for all your support. It's very much people that download episodes, but I don't get any money from those places where you will download those episodes, the podcast. I don't get any money from those company that have the store my podcast. It's only if someone that listen is sending me money that I get money for the podcast, or else is it only to pay for the podcast for me to could have it on the internet. I need to pay for it. But that I have done also for this year. So I am very much in control of the money, but it's always something showing up. But it's only to know that God is with me, and all those in afterlife is with me. So thank you for your support, and God bless you.